All right, so if you hear gunshots in the background, someone is over there shooting a gun. I don't know what's going on over there. And there's some go-karts and stuff flying around over there. But anyways, yeah, my wife picked up these beds on OfferUp just locally, and they're in pretty good shape. Everything's pretty good on them. They have some wear and tear. I think the lady told us these beds are like 60 years old. So you can see they're like scuffed up, but I'm just gonna like lightly sand them with maybe some 220 and a sanding sponge, and then shoot it with some bin primer, which, you know, I have a lot of that in stock at my mini Home Depot here in my garage. And then I'm gonna take the girls, because these are my little girls' beds. I have 3 girls, 2 of the girls are older, and they're gonna use these beds. So they're perfect little girl beds. I mean, everything about them is in really good shape. The only thing we noticed was that this little, I guess, little spindle thing, whatever you want to call this, that goes right here, this is missing one. So if I knew how to use a lathe, I would probably try to replace that, but I mean, everything about it just says little girl except the color. So we just gotta let them choose a color and then start painting them. But these things are super heavy duty. I mean, there's nothing IKEA about this thing at all. Either one of them. I got 2 of them, the other one's right there. Even the hardware is like 3/8 steel. I mean, it's crazy. But they do have that wear and tear, so I'm gonna see if I can freshen them up. I've never painted any furniture before, so I think it'll be fine. I think just with that bin primer, I have so much confidence in that. Just lightly sand it, just blow it with the blower, tack cloth, shoot it with the primer, and then I'm gonna take the girls to Sherwin-Williams and let them choose a color. I'm not even gonna tell them anything. Just go up to the colors and just choose one. They're both gonna be the same color, so they're gonna have to agree on that, because I think they should match. They're gonna be in the same room. So anyways, good beds here. There's always some kind of charm about older furniture. Like, I like going to antique stores and just looking around, because stuff is just really nice that was made back in the day. And stuff that's like that now, like Restoration Hardware or Pottery Barn, is really expensive. So not willing to spend that much money just on 2 beds that these kids are gonna outgrow in a few years. So I think we made a good choice here. All right, Abigail, I'm gonna paint these beds for you and Hannah. You're choosing the color. Pink. Bright pink, light pink. What kind of pink?
Light pink.
Light pink? Okay. You ready?
Yep.
That was easy. Just light pink, that's it? All right, so we just got back to the house from Sherwin-Williams, and we went with this emerald right here. This is emerald trim enamel, urethane trim enamel. I've used this stuff one time, and I'm not really sure, like, I don't really remember how it went. I brushed it on. I don't think I liked it that much, but I'm gonna spray these beds. So I kind of wanted to experiment spraying with this stuff. If you've ever used this stuff and you have an opinion on it, let me know, because I may start using this if I like it. It's a little bit pricey. I think my price was like $56 for this gallon. So it's pretty pricey, it's pretty up there, and I want to figure out if it's worth it. So again, it is emerald urethane trim enamel, and the color that she chose is youthful coral. So I got both beds set up now, and after inspecting them for any really serious damage, I only found one spot that needs some work, and it's going to be that spot right there. You can see that big chip missing out of that piece right there, and I know exactly how to feel it. So after I do that, then I can start sanding. So what I'm going to be filling this with is Bondo glass, because that's what I have, and it says that it works on small holes on metal, wood, or fiberglass. And I bought this because I damaged that boat back there, and when I repaired it with this stuff, it was super strong. So it's just like Bondo. It has the material itself and then a hardener, which is this little stuff right here. And I'm gonna mix this up and then show you how I can repair this, because it should be pretty easy to repair, honestly. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do, this is exactly how I did it on the boat. Mask off around the area so you don't get that material like over everything, or it doesn't need it. Guys, this is gonna smell really bad.
Is it bad for you?
This is really bad for you. It's a good thing it's a windy day so I can blow it away. It says for a golf ball size of filler, squeeze out 1.25 inches of hardener. All right, so we'll just go with that ratio. And this stuff is crazy. It has like resins in it. You can see them like hanging off of it. Those little hairs, that's fiberglass. That's probably about a golf ball. And then we want like 1.25 inches of this roughly. That's probably good. Kind of squeezed out unevenly, but that looks like about 1.25 inches. Then mix it up like crazy. I'm not going to use the golf ball size, but I just went with that ratio because I wanted to make sure it would harden the way it needs to. I think that's pretty good for a first layer. So look at this stuff. It's been 60 seconds, probably a minute. And that stuff is hard. So I'm gonna take this stuff off before it just hardens around it. One thing I could have done though was use this plastic wood. This would be a good option for a repair like this, but this will just take so much longer to dry and I don't wanna wait for that. So it's been about 15 minutes. This stuff is pretty hard. I'm just gonna sand off the proud material of that Bondo that I put on. I'm gonna call that good. Done. All right, so I got one little sander helping me right now. And we're gonna use these 3M fine finish sanding sponges. These are my favorite ones that we always buy. Me and John love these things for wainscoting and everything. But there's this old sheen on there. We're pretty much just gonna knock that down like this around everything. And we're not gonna get too crazy with it because I'm gonna spray that bin primer on it. And that stuff pretty much sticks to anything. But we're just gonna scuff this up and then use some tack cloth. And that's pretty much what I want right there. But these things are good because you can see all these grooves and stuff. This sponge will actually conform to these grooves. And that's one of the reasons I really like this, or these sponges, because when you're sanding moldings, they're often grooved like this, crown moldings, panel moldings, and these sponges, you just press them in there, and they'll take the shape of whatever they're pushed into, and they'll sand it. So you can see I got all in there, and a little bit in there. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed. Y'all done sanding yet? You done?
I finished.
All right, so that's pretty much it for the sanding. We got all the little details of these two beds, and it took us about 25 minutes with all 4 people sanding. So they're scuffed up really good. Now we just got to clean up that dust. I can't let her know I know how to clean. Then she'll expect it. Yeah, it really pulls the dust off. So we went through some tack cloths doing that. They're pretty dirty. Got a lot of the dust off. Then we're just gonna take this damp rag. Not gonna saturate it or anything. Just go over it to get any of the other debris or anything that might be on there. Just go like that, Hannah. Over everything, okay? So I've got paint thinner in here now. I'm gonna get rid of it.
Daddy, why do you need that before the paint?
Because you gotta prime things. Paint and primer in one is a myth. I've never primed any furniture before or even sprayed any furniture, so if it comes out bad, don't hold it against me. Oh, there we go. It's not too bad. The pressure was, I turned the pressure down. It's not too bad now. Oh yeah, that's not bad at all.
Bug fly?
For some reason, bugs are so attracted to like paint.
What is this? But this isn't even white. What is this?
This is really white. It's been just primer white. That looks good, right? I need to go in here. So I decided to just spray the hardware because I don't want to unthread it from that wood and risk, like, since it's so old, risk it coming out. Just didn't want to mess with that. If you guys haven't tried FFLP yet, dang, you're missing out. It's the tip that I'm using. Green, they're the Graco. Green Graco tips. Those look way better, right? That looks so good. We should just leave them like that.
I know.
So that's it for the primer coat. Went amazing. I got all that done with less than half a gallon of that primer. So now I need to clean the sprayer out and get ready for that Sherwin-Williams urethane based trim enamel, that emerald. We're gonna start with just half. I don't even think we'll use half. This stuff is so thick.
Wow.
You like it?
Do you know why they wanted this color, right?
Because of you?
Nuh-uh.
No, I don't know why. Why?
Cotton candy.
Oh yeah?
Yes, they said they wanted it to look like cotton candy. What do you think?
Oh yeah, it looks
Cotton
really good. Like cotton candy. Don't try to eat it. All right, so I got one coat of paint on this first bed, and I'm only gonna do one coat. It's covering really well. This emerald is really surprising me. I've never sprayed it before. This is my first time, and I really like the control that I have with the gun. I haven't had any drips yet, and that's pretty surprising because I'm having to hit these things at different angles, and I'm kind of painting the same areas more than once just because the nature of this furniture. It's so detailed that I have to kind of hit it at different angles. But I haven't had any drips. Hopefully I can continue that with this primered one over here. And as far as the sheen, it's doling out really nicely. As far as the durability, obviously I can't tell, but the good thing is with these being kids' beds, I'm gonna be able to really test the durability because kids are rough with their stuff. But look how this doles out. We got some nice sunlight right now. That's the satin right there. That looks like a bowling pin right there. But no, I really like the way that that looks. It's coming out real nice. So on to the next one. And it appears to be drying pretty quick. I painted that like 5 minutes ago. So hopefully I can get these dry. I got that much sunlight left. Here we go, on to the next one. So far, emerald, I really like it. This stuff is already dry. In the time it has taken me to paint this one, this has dried. I don't know, this stuff seems pretty good. I know we're out here in the sun, we've got wind blowing, so it's like perfect conditions, but this stuff seems pretty good, this emerald. I'm gonna keep trying it out, maybe try it on a few projects, see if I like it. But like I said earlier, if you've ever tried this stuff, let me know in the comments. I do read all the comments, and I like to learn just as much as you like to learn. I would appreciate it. There you have it, painting 2 old 60, 70-year-old beds and giving them a little bit of an update for my daughters. And these, if we bought them brand new, I don't know how much they would be, but that gallon of emerald was $56, and I think these beds were $35 a piece. Not too bad. Furniture is expensive these days, so I think we made out good. I might try to find a little spindle for that somewhere and just brush it pink, but that's probably going to be pretty hard. I'd probably have to make it, and I don't have a lathe. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with us on this video. Thanks for just coming along as I did this little project. And I'm going to be working in the house all this week, so I'm expecting to get a lot of videos put out. Newel post, which I've never done before. I think I'm going to build a box newel post and mount it with a way that Matt Jackson at Next Level Carpentry, he shows it in his videos, and it's really seems like a legit way to mount a box newel post. So that's coming this week, and yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Like I said, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.